Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Kick It with Laina. Y'all, it feels so good to be back. In case you're wondering, this is going to be a story time video. I am going to, explain what I've been through in 2019 since, today is the last day of December. So I want to make sure I bring this vlog to y'all before the year's out to let y'all know that I will be coming back to y'all in 2020 with hopefully bigger and better things, more videos, and more entertainment for you guys. So anyways, this past 2019, I'm sure some of you know, if you follow me on, my social media and stuff, you know that I just recently had a baby. Yeah, pretty exciting. I had a baby boy. His name is Cade Eric. He's the joy and it's just everything to me. It's my whole world, my little handsome man. He's actually in the bedroom asleep right now, which is why I have time to make this video. So I'm gonna try to hurry up before he wakes up. So anyway, I found out I was pregnant March 26th. The way I found out was, oh my gosh, y'all, I was so sick. At first, I didn't know why I was sick. I'm like, I think it was like a few days before. I'm like, I feel so nauseous and like I was throwing up. And I'm like, oh no, I ain't feel good. So I ended up going to the doctor. I had went there to know because I thought I had the stomach flu or whatever. So I went there looking for some medicine for like nausea or whatever. And so then she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't give you any nausea medicine. I'm like, why? And she was like, your pregnancy test came back positive. I'm like,
oh, what?
Y'all, at first I thought she was lying to me. Because it's always been a dream of mine to hear a doctor tell me that. But for her to be telling me that, I was like, ain't no way in the world. So I was in shock for like 5 minutes. And then after the doctor had left out the room, I bust out crying. Like I couldn't even. So I had to call my mama. And I was like, Mom. She was like, what's wrong? She assumes that every time I call her crying, there's always something wrong. So I was like, Mom, they told me I'm pregnant. She was like,
That's it?
I thought something was wrong. And I'm like, what you mean you thought something was wrong? Something is wrong. I'm pregnant. And so like, she didn't take it the way I thought she would. But I mean, had I not been really sick, I probably could have surprised my family and all of that with that. But I was too sick to do anything. So anyway, fast forward a couple of months, I was sick as a dog. When I tell y'all I was so sick, I couldn't nothing. I was sick. Morning sickness hit me day and night. Oh, it was so horrible. I thought I was gonna die. I couldn't drink water. I couldn't eat crackers. I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't find no type of freaking peace or whatever. Nothing. Because I was sick. Like in April, I had to be hospitalized for 3 days because my fluids were so low. My baby was taking all my fluids. I didn't have nothing. And then, it got better a couple of months later. Like, it started getting better around mid-July and early beginning of August. But I was probably around 20-something weeks. They did have to prescribe me with nausea medicine because, like I said, I couldn't keep nothing down. I did suffer from anxiety and depression too while I was pregnant, so they had to prescribe me with medications for that. So I just want to let y'all know that that is real. It's not something people just be making up. It's a real thing. People really do get depressed during pregnancy because your body's changing, your different hormones, you're very hormonal. And then you got a lot of stuff you be dealing with. Like me, I was dealing with a lot. I was going through a lot mentally, not much physically, but I was still working while I was pregnant. But eventually, like I said, it got better. When it got down to like the end of my pregnancy, that's when it started to like really hit me. Like,
oh my God, I'm about to have a baby. I was like, oh my gosh.
And so then in October, I had my baby shower. Not many people came, but it was still fun. I still enjoyed myself. And I know it wasn't about me, it was about my baby, I got some great gifts for him and stuff, and I was really thankful for that. My doctor gave me a choice whether I wanted to try to go into labor on my own or being induced. of course, I was tired of being pregnant, so I took the induction. And so she told me that they had made a day for me to be induced on November 12th. So I was so excited because I was like, okay, well, now that I know when my baby's coming, it's like I had kind of, you know, because I didn't want to just go into labor. Like on my water break, I might be out somewhere and my water break and I don't know what to do. I'm panicking and stuff like that. That's not for me. I don't like surprises. So that wouldn't have worked for me. So I gladly took the induction. And so they told me I had to be there for like 3 in the morning. Who gets up that early to have a baby? Come on. But anyway, I waited and waited and waited up until November 12th. So finally, when November 12th came, I was so excited. I was so nervous. Because I was about to have a baby. You know, when you get down to those last couple of hours of being pregnant, it's like, oh my God, this is really it. You know, it's a journey. I had an amazing pregnancy journey, you know, except for the sickness and all of that. But like I said, it was all worth it for my baby. You know, it was all worth it in the end. Everything that I've done and everything that I've been through is worth it for my baby. He came out very, very healthy. You know, he weighed a pound. He weighed 7 pounds, 8 ounces. You know, he very big. But I was, you know, hoping for like a baby in between 6 and 8 pounds because, you know, I couldn't do anything above 8 pounds because, you know, I'm down there. So I didn't think I could stretch that wide. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what went on in the labor and delivery room. So they induced me at about 4 in the morning. And then I started to, you know, get contractions and stuff. There was
an ass bag.
So I'm thinking I could do this. I could do this. A couple of hours passed by. And they up the dosage. I'm like, okay, I can do this. But you know, it's like every once in a while, I'll be like, but I continued. But boy, when it got down to me being like 5.5 centimeters to 6 centimeters,
I couldn't do it.
Them pains was hitting. I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Them pains is coming. So I was like, I got to get epidural. I got to get some kind of medication, something. So, you know, I was very against getting the epidural because, you know, I don't like needles. Can't stand needles. And the thought of a needle going in my back, have mercy. That just freaked me out completely. But I watched a lot of pregnancy videos, and they was mostly like on YouTube and in Britain. So they had this type of gas or whatever. And I'm like, okay, maybe I can get that and then kind of calm the contractions or whatever. But they didn't have the air and gas like I hoped. But I ended up getting the laughing gas. So they put me on a little laughing gas machine or whatever. And I'm inhaling. I'm like, this ain't doing nothing. Pains was still hitting. Then like after a couple more inhales, and I took that thing off my face, I was like, everything was like, it was like being high. And y'all know me, I love being high. My mama was in there, she was looking at me like, and I was like, I was just feeling good. And the contractions was coming, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in labor. And it was funny. I got a few videos of me in there. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy that flight. As y'all can see on the video, them pains was hitting. After that gas wasn't doing nothing. It's like the gas started making it worse. I was calm about it, but at the same time, I was like, oh no, I can't do this. So I ended up getting the epidural. The pain started getting too bad. I was in tears. And mostly I was in tears because I didn't want the epidural. So I ended up getting the epidural. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Had I not been on that gas, I probably wouldn't be able to do it because I wouldn't be able to stay still. And I was crying. I was like, oh my God, because it was so painful. Like about 20 minutes later, the epidural hit. Oh, it felt like my legs was noodles. I couldn't feel nothing. Couldn't lift my leg. My leg felt like I had like 1,000 pounds tied to it. I mean, I felt better after that. Contractions started coming and I ain't really feel it. So it was like, I was just going through my little contractions or whatever. But you could see the little contractions on the machine. Everybody was like, oh, you just had a contraction. I'm laying there like, I did? Like, I ain't feel it. So then, fast forward, you know, a couple of hours later, that's when them pains started getting closer and closer together. I was like, all right, it's almost time now. Epidural started wearing off. Them pains was hitting. I was screaming and I was in pain. People was trying to calm me down. I was like, them pains was hitting. Felt like somebody was trying to rip me open. And so anyway, he had started pushing down and my doctor was eating lunch and I was ready to push. I was like, well, somebody please get the nurse, get the doctor, get somebody come get this baby now because I'm about to push him out. Like he was right there. So then eventually when my doctor came in, got me all ready and stuff. And then when they started telling me that I could push, I started pushing like my life depended on it. I pushed for a good 20 minutes and after 1:19 exactly, November 12, 2019, my baby boy was born. That was the most exciting, is that a word? Exciting. Or whatever. It was awesome. The most joyful, whatever. I was happy. But I was in shock too. I couldn't even talk to my baby up. I didn't even cry at the birth of my baby. Watching videos, I'd be crying like, oh my God, you just had a baby. And then I push out my baby, no tears.
Like what?
I was in shock. I couldn't believe I had just pushed out a baby. But anyway, he came out very healthy, screaming, crying and stuff, and they put him on my chest. Oh my God. I was just in heaven. It's like, that's the most, I don't know what to say about that. There's no words to explain how I felt. Because you know, when you just have a baby, it's like, your life changes. And that's exactly what happened to me. Like, my life changed at that moment when I had him. I love my son so much. And you know, I thank God for him every day. He's my little blessing. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even think I could get pregnant, to be honest with you. It's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But anyway, that was an experience for me, and I thank God that it happened. So this video is about to come to an end because I'm gonna bore y'all. So anyway, that was my first story time video for the end of the year. Oh, I also want to add the fact that's why I haven't been making videos. You know, I haven't been feeling good up to making videos. I would have done a pregnancy week by week, but by the time I found out I was pregnant, I was too sick to do anything. And so then when I started getting better, I was too far along in my pregnancy. So it was like, it didn't make no sense. So, like I said, it was a pretty smooth journey, except for the sickness. It was all worth it, like I said. Anyways, you guys, I want to apologize to we'll be making videos and doing videos and stuff. Like I said, since this is December 31st, the last day of the year, this is gonna be my last video for the year. That way 2020 coming, I could get a fresh start. You know, start making videos often, doing that or whatever. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. We'll see you guys in 2020. This is the end of my video.